Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, in this video, I will explain to all of you about chapter 1, the continuity of chapter 1, electronic data and instruction. Okay, so in representing the data, okay, we actually use two types of signal, that is that analog and digital signal. Okay, so first of all, we discuss about the analog data. Okay, so analog data are continuous and take continuous value, where, for example, the sound that is made by human voice. Okay, the sound that is made by human voice is an analog data. Okay, because the sound is continuously delivered to the human ears. Okay, and then when someone speaks, an analog wave is created in the air. Okay, this can be captured by a microphone and converted to analog signal, or sampled or converted to a digital signal. Okay, so what is the relationship between analog data and digital data here? Okay, so basically all of the data that we store in the computer, or that we use or utilize in the computer, basically most of the data that are delivered to human lah. Okay, most of the data is in analog data. Okay, for example, the sound, okay, or the audio, the video, the image, and so on. Okay, when our eyes, for example, when our eyes captured the image, okay, so it is basically we read the analog data, okay, from the screen. Okay, so sampai dekat screen, yes, it is digital data. Okay, so in order to create a digital data, okay, that is originated from the analog data, we need something to translate or to convert the analog into digital. Okay, so it is basically we have several types of devices lah. Okay, depending on the types of data. For example, here for sound, okay, we use ADC. Okay, ADC device here converts the analog data to signal converts analog to data signal. Okay, so why we need to study the digital and analog data? Because we as a human, okay, we live in the world of something, all of the data is delivered through analog wave lah. Okay, for example, the sound, okay, and also the view. Okay, benda-benda tu semua is in analog data. Okay, tetapi when it comes to something that is stored in the computer, okay, computer only can receive digital data. Why digital data? Because digital data represent the state of the main features of computer. Okay, computer is an electronic data. Is an electronic device. Okay, so electronic device only can be operated by using electric signal. Alright, so electric signal only has two states. Okay, with whether it is on or off. So can you see here, the digital data that is used is consists of number 1 and number 0, where number 1 represent on, or there is a current state, okay, or 0 represent there is no current state. Okay, so this kind of representation is used to save or to keep data in the computer or any electronic device, okay, such as our handphone, our smartwatch, or whatsoever. Okay, when it comes to an electronic device, then how the data is stored in it? Okay, it is stored by using this digital data. Okay. Okay, so digital data have discrete state and take discrete value. Okay, for example, data stored in computer memory in the form of zeros and one. Okay, as I said before, they can be converted to a signal, digital signal, or modulated into an analog signal for transmission across a medium. Okay, so in vice versa, whatever data that is originally stored in computer in the form of digital data, okay, must be transformed or must be converted first to analog data so that it can be used by the human lah. Okay, for example, this audio data, okay, must be converted by using DAC first. Okay, DAC converts digital data to analog data. Okay, and when it is in the analog form, then we as a human can listen to the music, can listen to any sound that is produced by the computer, that is kept in the computer and then converted by the DAC and produced by the speaker, so we can hear the sound. Okay, so that is the form of two types of data. Okay, the first one is analog data and the other one is digital data. Okay, digital electronic signals. Okay, this is the form of digital electronic signal. This is the form of analog signal. Okay, analog signal is formed by waves. Okay, analog signal is formed by waves. Alright, so for example, the audio. Okay, the audio signal. Audio signal is also a form of analog waves. Okay, so that is why when the producer of the sound, okay, is located too far from the listener, alright, so the listener rarely can hear the voice clearly lah. Why? Because the signal or the analog wave is become weaker and weaker. Okay, bila dah sampai lagi jauh, then it's become weaker and weaker. Alright, so that is why we need amplifier to reproduce the wave. Okay, so what is the relationship pula dengan this kind of signal? Okay, this kind of signal we call it sampled signal. Okay, whenever we convert an analog signal to we convert analog signal to electronic or digital signal, okay, we call it sampling. Alright, we call it sampling, and all of the waves ni, okay, will be converted to this type of wave. Okay, which means kalau yang kat atas ni, okay, if the line is above, okay, it represent 1, and when it drops, okay, the lines is below, then it represent 0. Okay, so it depends on the pattern lah, the many zero that it has, so the longer lower line it will be lah. Okay, so conversion must take place from analog to digital before processing can occur. Any analog signal, okay, must be converted into or must be sampled into digital signal first before it can be processed by the computer or before it can be stored, okay, processed and stored in the computer. Okay, alright, so talking more about digital data, okay, we must know about numeric representation, because in digital data, okay, the computer represent all the data in numeric representation. So basically in digital, we use binary. Okay, binary. So 2 digits, okay, binary consists of 2 digits only, okay, 0 and 1, 1 and 0. Alright, so kalau 1 represent on, 0 represent off lah. Alright, so how the computer represent the data? Okay, for example, okay, in representing numbers, okay, for example here from 0 to 15. Okay, so in representing 0 to 15, the digits of the numbers of 0 to 15, okay, we must convert to the binary system first to be stored in the computer. Okay, let's say lah number 8. Okay, number 8 here. Okay, how the computer represent number 8? Okay, so basically, okay, I said here basically, the computer will must convert, the number into binary first, that is 00001000. So this is number 8 in binary representation. So this representation in binary will be stored in the computer or will be processed by the computer. Okay, so basically when they process and store 00001000 means what? Means it stored number 8 or it processed number 8. Macam itulah. So, what about the other number? Same lah. Okay, for example, for number 9, for example here. So, these are the how it represent the number. Okay, how represent the number. Okay, 00010001. So, this is how number 9 is represented in computer processing and computer stores. Okay. Okay, so binary code forms the basis of all digital information processing and data transfer. Okay, so now we talk about byte and bits. Okay, so all the number here, okay, all the number here, okay, we can see binary number here. Alright, so how many digits it has? Okay, so here we have 8 digits. Okay, 8 digits. So in binary, we call it 8 bits. Okay, in binary, we call it 8 bits. So if the binary number only has 4 numbers, okay, then it is called 4 bits lah. Okay, when then the binary number has 2 digits, then it is called 2 bits. Right? So what does bits mean? Okay, bits is every single number. Okay, every single number that is represented in the binary or in digital punya representation lah. So another word that is called byte. Okay, so byte means 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. Okay, 8 bits grouped together as a unit is called a byte or 1 byte. Okay, dalam ni ada 8 bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, this 8 bit group of data is called 1 byte. Okay, 1 byte. So, what is the relationship pula dengan hexadecimal system ni? Okay, we use the uses of 16 digits to represent binary number. Okay, so another advanced version of representation of data representation is 16 bits. Okay, ataupun 2 bytes lah. Okay, so 8 bit is the basic. Okay, basic. So nowadays punya computer is not using 8 bit or 16 bit anymore. Okay, the worst is 32 bits. Okay, normally they use 64 bits, 1 to 8 bits sekarang ni. So benda dah makin banyak lah representationnya. Okay, representation apa? The use of digits here. The use of digits for a group of data. Okay, meaning that the larger the bits, okay, the larger the number of bits, then the larger data can be represented. Alright. Okay, so how are the computer going to store or process the data in the binary digit? Okay, so it has the presentation has the standard. Okay, so 3 examples here that we use are ASCII, EBCDIC, and Unicode. Okay, so these are the standards that the computer community use to represent the data in the computer. Okay, standard macam mana pula? Okay, standard tu adalah satu cara yang sama for all people to use, okay, to represent the data. So that the data is common to everybody lah. Okay, kalau kita guna unusual punya representation, meaning that only our computer can understand that coding. So what happened to the others, the other computers? Maknanya tak boleh faham lah. So when it cannot be understood, then the communication between the computers or a group of computers cannot be done. Maknanya internet ke benda tak boleh digunakan dengan baik lah, because the way of decoding and encoding the code is not the same. Maknanya let's say kalau 000, okay lah, let's say 0000 1000 in ASCII is representing A, and then in EBCDIC is representing X, for example. So the numbers is confused among the computers community lah. Okay, so that is why we need ataupun komputer satu lagi, bukan ASCII lah, maksudnya komputer satu lagi ni menggunakan kod ini sebagai huruf X, for example. Lepas tu komputer orang lain pula menggunakan kod ini sebagai nombor 10, for example. So bila berlaku data exchanging ataupun data transmission, then duduk kat komputer A, duduk komputer yang pertama akan baca A, duduk kat komputer nombor 2 akan baca X, duduk kat komputer nombor 3 akan baca 10. So salah lah kat situ. Alright, kat situ ada kesilapan yang sangat besar. Alright, that is the function of standard. Okay, so character standard. Alright, so now ASCII ni apa benda? ASCII is stand for American Standard Code for International Information Interchange. Okay. The most widely used coding scheme and used by personal computer. Okay, this one you can read by your own lah. Okay, EBCDIC used by mainframe computers. Unicode is used by computer system. Maknanya banyaklah digunakan. Okay, why Unicode exists? Because the explosion of the internet. Okay, when we use the internet, so many characters, or there are so many data that need to be represented by the computer. Okay. Okay, so this one you can read by your own. Which the ASCII, okay, basically ASCII only contains 7-bit character. Okay, and then bolehlah baca this. These are the example of ASCII code and the symbol that they represent. Okay, for example, okay, 0011 0000 representing 0. Okay, to represent M in ASCII, okay, 01001101. So that is the example lah. You don't need to remember all of this code. Okay, you do not have to remember this. You just have to know what is ASCII and how many bits it has. Okay, how many characters that they can represent. Macam itulah. Okay, this one is EBCDIC. It is 8-bit character. Okay, 8-bit. And then it is used mostly by IBM computer in late 1950s. Okay, character ni, for example, okay, if character A, the computer, IBM computer wants to represent character A, okay, so the code is 1100 0001. Dan seterusnya lah. Alright, so this one is Unicode. Okay, this is the new encoding punya standard, where it use 16-bit. Okay, why Unicode exists? Because the explosion of the internet use lah. Okay, kalau sebelum ni we just need ABC 1 2 3 to represent, to be represented, to be stored, to be calculated, to be processed. But now we have so many characters ni. These are the basic one only. But nowadays, I don't think a 16-bit is enough lah to represent all the characters. Okay, including all the smileys, of the emoji yang kita ada semua tu. Okay, so lagi banyak data lah yang kita nak kena represent. Okay, next kita masuk kepada topik yang kedua dah dalam video ni. That is system unit, system board, microprocessor, RAM and ROM. Okay, so we are going to explore about the the things that are resided in our computer. Okay, so these are the system unit that consists of system chassis and also the system unit. System chassis ni apa benda? The chassis or the the container lah. Okay, the container, benda ni lah yang mana kat situ ada all the components of the computer. System unit is the things that are in the system chassis, contain system electronic component and selected secondary storage device. So these are the system unit basically. All of these things yang jadi apa, semua-semua ni lah, yang komponen-komponen ni, RAM, power supply, these are the system unit. Okay, so these are the types of system unit. Okay, we have desktop and also the laptop. Okay, desktop ni lah benda system unitnya. Okay, these are only the monitors and the keyboard. Okay, this one is the system unit dalam system chassis. Laptops, okay, dia ada di dalam bawah kita punya keyboard. Okay, lagi, okay, tablets, smartphone and wearables. Okay, these are also the types of system unit that we have now. Alright, kalau mini tablet maksudnya ada di bawah skrin ni, same goes to the phone and same goes to the wearables, ataupun kalau kat sini wearables kita ni ada smartwatch lah. Alright, so all of these things, even the tiny one have the system unit. Alright, so the system unit ni akan berfungsi sebagai nak mengoperasikan device tersebut lah. Okay, so what are the components that resides in the system unit? First of all, we have motherboards ataupun system board, and then we have microprocessors and also the memory. Okay, so these are the look of desktop system unit. This one is laptop, this one is tablet, this one is smartphone. Sangat kecil kat sini je. The rest is the battery and the wearables. Okay, wearables system unit di kat sini je. Sangat kecil. This is the apa benda ni, battery and whatsoever. Okay, this is only the system unit. Okay, so yang paling besar adalah desktop lah, of course. Alright, so desktop, laptop, this one is tablet. So kita boleh tengok lah, the system unit is getting smaller and smaller depending on the device. Okay, alright. Okay, system board. Okay, system board is mainly the motherboard lah. Okay, so all of the component and devices connect to the system board. Okay, in order to operate the computer, okay, this is what we call the motherboard. Why the mother? Because everything must be connected to this board. Okay, I think that is why they call it motherboard lah. Alright, so everything must be connected here. All the ports, all the cards, all the tengok ni ports yang kita tahu ni adalah VGA port. Yang ni adalah untuk internet. Yang ni adalah untuk bunyi dan apa-apalah. Then we have USB here. Okay, these are the slots for memory dan sebagainya lah. Okay, yang ni socket nak tambah benda semua. So semua benda must be connected to the motherboard. Kalau tak connected, maka tak boleh nak bergunalah benda tu. Alright, socket and chips adalah benda-benda yang akan duduk di atas motherboard ni. Alright, so contoh kalau kat sini kita nampak kan. Okay, these are the socket, the chips that are connected to the motherboard. Chip pasal apa? Adalah banyaklah chips, kita akan tengok later on. Alright, so what is the chip actually? Okay, chip is the tiny circuit board attached to the square of silicon, etched onto squares of silicon, also called silicon chip. Okay, it has semiconductor and it also called integrated circuit. Okay, so kat sini ni ada dah dia punya circuit dia, dan we attach this kind of chip to the motherboard so that chip ini boleh digunakan oleh komputer lah. So chip ni chip apa? Okay, maybe the ROM chip, the RAM chip, the BIOS chip. Banyaklah benda yang kita boleh attach pada komputer. Okay, slots and bus line. Okay, slots and bus line adalah the slots is the connection point of specialized card or circuit board. Okay, for example here, these are the slots. Okay, kalau kita nak tambah apa-apa, nak expand, for example, we want to expand our RAM, then we attach the RAM here lah. Okay. Bus lines pula adalah the pathway to support communication among the electronic component. Okay, yang bus line ni adalah all the lines yang kita nampak pada motherboard tu. Okay, itulah bus line. So the function is to carry the data between components on the motherboard. Okay, next we have microprocessor ataupun CPU, kita panggil Central Processing Unit. Benda sama je, microprocessor, Central Processing Unit, CPU, processor are the same thing. That is the brain of the computer. Okay, all the calculation, all of the process must be carried out in the CPU. Okay, so two basic component. Okay, in the CPU there are two component pula. Okay, the first one is control unit, second is arithmetic logic unit. Okay, so control unit tells the computer how to carry out a program's instruction, and arithmetic unit perform arithmetic and logical operation. So control unit will organize all of the activities of the CPU. Okay, so apa-apa je lah yang nak CPU buat, so control unit will organize ataupun will control the activities lah. And ALU dia perform arithmetic and logical operation. Okay, all the calculation must be carried out in ALU. Okay, relationship between memory, processor, storage, input, output device. Okay, this is the main thing that you have to know, the very important thing that you have to know. Okay, sampai bila-bila lah you have to hold this notion, kefahaman ni. Okay, we have a processor here where the processor contain two unit lah, control unit and also the arithmetic logic unit ataupun ALU. Okay, so which component yang related ataupun yang directly connected to the processor? The component is memory, of course. Okay, so memory is the only component that can have direct connection with the processor. Okay, so why not input and output device or storage devices connected directly to the processor? Okay, because the processor is too fast. Okay, the processor is the fastest device in the computer. Only the memory can be, in a simple word, only memory can be friend with the processor. Why? Because the computer works too fast. Okay, input device is depending on the input. So who give the input? Okay, people give the input. People compared to the processor, okay, people is slower, too much slow compared to the processor, because processor can process 100 millions or billions tasks in 1 second. Okay, people, I don't think that people can do so much thing in 1 second lah. Okay, but the processor or the CPU can carry out billions or trillions of tasks in 1 second. So the only component that can cater the fast process of CPU is memory. Okay, so that is why memory kena jadi orang tengah between input devices, output devices, storage devices and processor. Okay, so input device, for example, mouse or keyboard. Okay, it is used by human lah, by us lah. So tengoklah tahap kita menaik, semuanya slow, nak tekan mouse pun slow. So dia akan tak boleh nak cater dengan kelajuan processor. Same goes to output device lah. And storage device is the secondary storage. Maknanya bukannya memory RAM tu, tetapi for example the hard disk, okay, the SD cards. So itu adalah storage device. Alright. Okay, processor machine cycle. Okay, apa benda yang dikatakan dengan machine cycle ni? Okay, dalam processor ataupun dalam CPU, okay, there are 4 proses yang akan berlaku. Okay, in order to process a data or an instruction. Okay, in order to process a data or an instruction, okay, the processor must do these 4 things. Fetch, decode, execute, store. Fetch means ambil sesuatu, okay, get data and instruction from the memory. Okay, from the main memory, kemudian decodekan data tersebut ataupun instruction tersebut, and then execute the instruction and data, and then lepas dapat result dia, store the data. So these are the main 4 things that are carried out by the computer, the processor. Okay. Okay, microprocessor chips. Okay, how are we how are we measuring the microprocessor chips? Okay, so kat sini kita kata the chip capacities are expressed in word size. Okay, 16, 32 or 64 bit. Okay, 16 bit, 32 bit, 64 bit means that how long the data can be processed. Okay, how long a data can be processed by the computer. Okay, 16 bit maknanya panjang dia 16 bit lah, ataupun the size dia, maknanya we have 16 numbers, 16 numbers ataupun 16, the data tu terdiri daripada 16 numbers lah. 32 means 32 bits, 64 means 34 bits. Okay, so the the speed of how the computer or the CPU works. Okay, the speed is measured in gigahertz. Okay, so the speed is called clock rate. Okay, the speed is called clock rate, and it is measured in gigahertz. Okay, so in 1 gigahertz. Okay, in 1 gigahertz. Okay, kita guna giga is billion. Okay, mega is million. So giga is billion, means that one instruction can be done only in 1 nanosecond. So bayangkanlah 1 nanosecond equal to 0.0000000 something 1 second. So sangat laju lah Okay, multi-core chips. Okay, multi-core chips ni apa benda? Okay, in one processor. Okay, in one processor, there are more small processors. Okay, for example, we have quad core. Okay, ni dah CPU dah satu. Okay, tetapi dalam ni ada sub CPU juga. Ni pun sub CPU. Why we need multi-core processing? Because we want to cater parallel processing. Parallel means something more than one can be done in one time. Okay, kalau kita ada hanya satu CPU sahaja, okay, so satu kerja, satu masa, satu kerja, walaupun in 1 nanosecond, still one task. Okay, tetapi when we have 4 sub CPU macam ni, okay, in 1 nanosecond we can do 4 tasks. So lagi laju lah. Alright, so that is parallel processing. Okey, kita masuk habis pasal CPU, kita masuk pada pasal memory pula. Okey, memory adalah holding area for data, instruction and information. Okey, 3 types of memory operating store 3 basic category of item. Dalam memory ni ada 3 benda: operating system, application program, data being processed. Okey, bila kita cakap pasal memory ni, apa benda ni? These are the main memory. Okay, we are talking about main memory. Okay, we are not talking about SD card ke ataupun yang panggil memory card ke, tak. Kita tak cakap pasal benda tu yang boleh simpan gambar lah, benda semua tu, tak. We are talking about the main memory. So main memory ni apa benda? Main memory ni banyaknya yang ni lah, RAM. Okay, types of memory. Kalau main memory adalah RAM dan juga ROM. Flash memory tu macam kita punya thumb drive tu lah. Kita punya thumb drive, macam kita punya memory cards yang ada masukkan dalam slot telefon dan sebagainya tu. Okay, that is the flash memory. Okay, so there are 2 types of memory, volatile and non-volatile. So yang volatile means it loses the data or the content when the power is off. Okay, contohnya yang volatile adalah RAM, cache memory and virtual memory. So these are the memory that will lost the content whenever there is no power. Okay, power apa? Electrical power lah. Okay, so non-volatile do not lose. Maknanya isi-isi itu kekal lah. So what type of memory? ROM and flash memory. Okay, ROM and flash memory. Okay. Okay, tengok pasal RAM pula. Okay, look one by one lah. Okay, RAM. RAM chips hold program and data that CPU is presently processing. So, whatever is being processed by the CPU, okay, the data must be resided in random access memory. So, yang jadi orang tengah di antara all the devices and the CPU, apa benda? Memory tu. Kita panggil dia RAM lah. Okay, that is RAM. So this is the look of RAM. Okay, ni rupa dia, and it is volatile. Okay, cache memory is temporary high speed. Okay, macam RAM juga, but it is temporary and high speed. High speed dia duduk between CPU and memory. Okay, dia duduk between CPU and memory. Tadi kita ada RAM kat sini kan. Okay, now kita ada satu lagi benda yang namanya cache. Okay, it is faster than the memory. Okay, why? Kita perlukan cache because we want the additional RAM. Okay, additional RAM lah, sebab kadang-kadang RAM tak cukup dan kita need the cache. Virtual memory ni is also a type of RAM. Okay, tetapi dia duduk dekat hard disk. Okay, kalau mana-mana komputer pakai SD card pun sama, duduk dekat SD card. Alright, so what is virtual memory? It is the portion of hard disk ataupun portion of secondary storage. Okay, hard disk, SD card semua tu itulah secondary storage. It is the portion of the secondary storage where it is used to act, okay, to act untuk menjadi random access memory ataupun RAM. Why hard disk pula tiba-tiba jadi RAM? Because sometimes RAM is not capable. Dia punya capacity is not enough. Okay, then dia terpaksa minta tolong dengan hard disk to acting sebagai RAM, iaitu kita panggil dia virtual memory. Okay, so this is how we calculate ataupun we measure the random access memory capacity. Okay, kita ada kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte lah. So nowadays punya komputer, most of them menggunakan gigabyte ataupun kita kata RAM tu berapa gig. Berapa gig. So it represent gig tu basically represent gigabyte. So 1 gigabyte equal to 1 billion. Okay, so approximate numbers of text pages we have 500 pages. 500,000 pages per 1 gig. So if we have 4 gig, then we have 2 million lah. 2 million pages lah. Okay, pages ni dibuat untuk perbandingan sahaja. Kita boleh nampak lah berapa banyak data yang boleh disimpan, okay, dalam satu masa. Okay, ROM. ROM ni benda, it is used to store manufacturing punya information. Maknanya komputer punya manufacturing information lah. Okay, contain special instruction, start the computer, access memory dan handle keyboard input. So these are the instruction ataupun benda-benda yang disimpan dalam ROM, iaitu the computer starting punya data, access memory punya data dan juga input keyboard input data. CPU can read or retrieve the data from the ROM but cannot change. Okay, because ROM ni adalah read only memory. Kita boleh baca je. Komputer boleh baca je, tak boleh buat apa-apa pada dia. Nak tulis balik tak boleh. Okay, flash memory adalah combines the features of RAM and ROM. Okay, so in system unit, flash memory is used as BIOS. Okay, BIOS. Okay, BIOS ni adalah singkatan dia basic input output system. Okay, so nak simpan apa? The amount of RAM, the capacity of RAM, the type of keyboard, mouse and secondary storage devices connected. Semua maklumat-maklumat ni disimpan di dalam BIOS. Okay, next kita masuk pada the last topic lah. The last topic ataupun yang paling mudah sekali lah, topik yang paling mudah sekali, input output device, because I think everybody dah tahulah kot apa benda input and output device kan. Okay, tapi tak apa, terangkan juga. Okay, so input device adalah komponen that allow user to enter data and instruction into computer ataupun mobile devices. Output pula komponen that convey information ataupun memberi sesuatu to the user, okay, from computer or mobile devices. Alright, so tengoklah satu-satu. Input, we have keyboard, pointing devices, gaming control, scanning devices, readers, character and mark recognition readers, image capturing device, audio input devices and audio, also biometrics or authenticates devices. Okay, so ini semuanya adalah contoh-contoh input devices yang merangkumi to input text, image, graphic, sounds, audio and video. Okay, keyboard. Ni adalah contoh-contoh keyboard lah laptop keyboard ke traditional keyboard, virtual keyboard. Ni adalah virtual keyboard. Ini adalah traditional keyboard. Okay, thumb keyboard dan sebagainya. Pointing device, okay. Mouse, touch screen, stylus. Okay, kalau siapa-siapa yang guna iPad tu ada Apple Pencil. Apple Pencil is a stylus. Nama asal benda tu adalah stylus. So, macam Apple dia panggil pencil. Tu nama dia lah. Nama asal dia punya device adalah stylus. Okay. Lagi we have gaming controllers, joystick and so on. Okay. Optical scanner. Dulu memang pakailah benda ni. Alright. Sekarang ni orang dah pakai dah. Pakai phone je semua. And then readers device. Okay. We have magnetic card reader. Okay. Barcode reader. Magnetic card ni dia akan baca the magnetic stripe pada card ni. Okay. Ni ada magnetic stripe macam ni. So dia akan baca kat sini. Dia akan dapatkan data lah. So the data here will be transferred through the internet line, pergi kepada server pada bank, and then kita dapat tahulah, okay, berkenaan dengan dia punya account details. Okay, barcode reader ni pun sama, daripada reader ni akan baca benda ni secara infrared and then bawa kepada database lah. Alright. Okay, special character and mark recognition readers, sorry. Okay, kalau character and mark recognition devices ni ada 3 magnetic ink. Okay, normally dia akan guna pada check. Okay, dekat check ni ada magnetic ink. For example, dekat nombor ni, okay, nombor-nombor lah, nombor-nombor check pun semua ni ada magnetic ink. Okay, it is used to verify data lah. Nak tahu check tu betul ke tak betul ke, yang ori ke tak ori ke. Okay, optical character recognition, dia boleh scan the character. Kita ada satu apa gambar ataupun ada satu dokumen yang ada teks kat situ. It scan, bukan scan sebagai gambar tapi scan sebagai teks. Okay. Samalah macam phone kita pun sekarang pun dah ada. Bila kita buat scan ataupun kita ambil gambar, kita boleh pilih, okay, yang bahagian teks tu kita nak jadikan dia teks ataupun jadikan dia gambar. OMR, normally we use it, cikgu-cikgu sekolah gunalah ni, ataupun lembaga peperiksaan, okay, masa awak tanda SPM hari tu, gunalah OMR scanner ni nak check soalan objektif awak tu, jawapan. Okay, digital camera, webcam dah tahu dah, tak payah cerita panjang lah. Audio input device pun tak payah cerita panjang, semua dah kenal. Okay, semua dah kenal mikrofon, semua orang dah kenal telefon yang mana boleh jadi mikrofon juga. So, semua inilah. Okay, biometric devices. Okay, pengecaman muka. Pengecaman apa lagi? Jari. Whatsoever lah. Banyak lah. Boleh guna fingerprint, voice, face, hand, iris and retina. Okay, output device. Okay, monitors. Okay, monitors ada banyak lah pun, semua orang dah kenal. Tak payahlah nak cerita lagi. Okay, ada HDTV, ada Smart TV. So, yang ni boleh baca je. Benda-benda yang macam ni, mudah-mudah je ni. Okay, interactive whiteboard, data projector. Okay, printers. Yang ni mungkin orang ada, mungkin orang tak ada. Alright. Okay, printers ada 3 types of printers. Non-impact, impact and others. Non-impact ni macam laser jet, inkjet. So, impact ni dia memang macam ada kesan pada kertas tu. Kesan macam mana? Kesan macam ada lubang-lubang pada kertas. Bukan lubang sangat, dia macam macam mesin type zaman dulu, tak pastilah awak kenal ke tak, tapi impact ni dia kalau kita rasa dengan tangan, kita ada rasa huruf-huruf tu because the impact lah. Okay, kita panggil dia dot matrix printer. Okay, dan ada cloud printer lah, braille printer, yang lain-lain lah yang tak disebut in impact and non-impact. Okay, combination of input output. Okay, kita ada headset for example. Siapa-siapa yang gunakan headset, menggunakan headset, okay, kat situ ada speaker and also the microphone. So other example of combination of input and output device is our phone. Okay, phone screen tu, it is also acting as an input device and also output device in the same time. Okay, and then lagi yang jangan kita guna adalah drone ni, okay, ataupun unarmed aerial vehicles. Okay, take input from the controller and send back video and sound to the user. Okay, maknanya dalam masa yang sama dia terima input. Okay, ada controller kat sini kan, terima input and then buatlah sesuatu pada benda ni, and then dia akan hantar balik video kepada user. So itu adalah hantar balik, itu adalah output. Okay, so I think that is all about the penerangan untuk sebahagian daripada topic 1. Okay, a part of topic 1, starting from the data, okay, the types of data, dan kita finish dekat input output devices. Okay, so I think that is all for this video. Hopefully this view can give you some benefits in understanding of ataupun as the fundamental understanding of computer lah. Okay, so till then we meet again in other videos. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.